Take.
Hello, hello, hello. How was your day?
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Depending on where you're joining us from. So,
Ben Comfort Cheesy. It's been a long time.
yes, it's been a while. Okay. We'll just hold on for some more people to join. And then we can start.
Edith. It's also been a long time. Edith, how was your day? Edith, what's been happening to you? What's been happening with you or to you? Ben Cheesy, what's also been happening to you?
Okay.
Priscilla.
A lot of people have actually connected. It's just that we're not even seeing it.
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about from handiwork to brain work. Okay, in line with wealth creation. And Prof. O will be steering the wheel. All right?
Yeah. Priscilla was trying to say something. Where did I see it? Okay, it was Edith. Okay. We asked Edith how was been happening. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. Okay.
Edith, all is well, eh?
Yes. So. Okay. So we are going to start immediately. Today, like every other Tuesday, is for word creation. And when we are talking about word creation, we want you to be empowered so that you can create wealth, you can make moolah, you can be comfortable, can be wealthy, you can achieve what you want to achieve. We want to let you know that you can achieve whatever you set your mind to achieve. And today, just as Pastor Ifoma said, we'll be talking about from handiwork to brain work. Some people will be asking, handiwork, brain work, from where to where?
Oh, join. Join.
What has Pastor O and Pastor Ifoma, what has Family Trend got to tell us again?
From your hand.
From your hand
to your brain.
Anyway, I'm sure by the time we finish, we know
You'll
that
have gained value
of a truth, yes, we should move from handwork
to
to
brain work.
brain work. Now, as usual, I'm not going to take you through this. These are the things that we have done
We have covered so far.
in time past. So if you need to know more about any of them, just go to the page, maybe down the page. You will get to see some of them, if not all of them. Now by way of introduction, when we're talking about wealth creation, it has actually evolved. There was a time that, look, wealth was being measured by physical things you have. Talking about landed properties, the people, the manual laborers that you have, very long, large expanse of plantation. When you have large expanse of plantation, some they measure it by the length and breadth of your yam barn, or your food, store or seed store or wherever or whatever, was means of measurement or store of value there. And as at that time, you will see some families, days of our great-great-great-great-grandfathers, forefathers. You see them, they have, of course, many wives, many children, because the more children they had, the more they will be able to cultivate, the more they will be able to attend to plantation. It became so large that even, the people from the other side, I'm mindful of the choice of words to use because of big uncle and community standard. So people, from the other side from one region, had to go to other region to pack able-bodied people to the other side to help with the plantation, with their plantation, And in some other clime, you will see where they will have so many able-bodied men all working. Why? Because of wealth. They have to till the plantation, they have to cut down the trees, they have to dig and all that. So it was really based on manual effort, physical strength. Okay, so historically, wealth was often accumulated, through physical labor, craftsmanship. What can you generate with your hand? What can you craft? Maybe is it goldsmith, blacksmith, whatever. That was farming. That was basically what was used to determine wealth. People were always going into that. The more people you have, the better. The more you produce, the better, because when you sell them, you have more money. And the more you also conserve for the next planting season, also the better. The more plantations you have, whether it's cocoa plantation, rubber plantation, whichever plantation, palm plantation, better for you. That was used to measure wealth, However, with the advent of industrial revolution, now the same way that you had that handwork manual, we moved to industrial revolution. What do we mean by industrial revolution? Industrial revolution is the period where most of those things that were done manually were now done by machine. So you have instead of using hand to be uprooting, clearing the bushes, tending to the trees, tending to the plantation, you now have tractors, equipment, so they were not doing some of those things that were done manually. So we moved to the era of industrial revolution, where you use machines to do some of the things, Then from there, we transited to digital revolution. In between, you have information revolution, where many things were based on information. So anyone that has information has power, So we're talking about digital revolution. Now, the transition reflects the increasing importance of knowledge creativity. What you create with the knowledge that you have, what you create with the information that you have. Okay? We are talking about intellectual property. Because when you're talking about information that you have, knowledge that you have, you're talking about intellectual property. So today, most valuable assets are often not physical goods. Some of the richest companies that you can think of, for instance, you think of Uber. Uber has no single vehicle. Yet, when you're talking about transportation, is the largest. B&B, they do not have any single accommodation. But when you are talking about hoteling and hospitality, they are the biggest. Facebook, maybe they have, in some regions, maybe physical properties there. But when you compare it to their spread, you find out that it's nothing. That physical structure is nothing compared to their physical spread.
Okay. Compared to their spread.
Okay, compared to their spread. Okay,
yes,
okay, yes.
Their non-physical spread.
Okay. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Then you come to Twitter, same thing. YouTube, these are, the spread is so much compared to their physical structures. Okay, so that is what we are talking about when we are talking about digital world. Now, when we are talking, digital wealth. So when we are talking about digital wealth, what are those things that we are actually talking about? When we talk about digital wealth creation, it encompasses a wide range of activities, okay? From investing in cryptocurrencies, if your region or country supports that, to digital assets. Now, what are the digital assets that I want to look into? We have domain names, okay? Domain names, zzz.com, mmmmm.com, priscilla.com, innocent.com, facebook.com. All these are domain names. They are domain names and they are assets. They are things you can turn to money. Some people have websites. I'll come to that. What do you do with the website? Is it just to brag that you have website? Do you know that website you are carrying about, that website you have, that website you are giving people, some people are making money from it and it can give you money. You can turn it to generate income for you. Okay, so domain names, social media accounts. Your social media accounts, you can turn them to become income generators, to generate income for you. Social media accounts. We have websites and blogs. Websites. Now, I talked about domain where I said www.so-so-and-so.com. And I'm also talking about websites. Somebody may now come and say, oh, what's the difference between website and domain names? Domain names is like an address. And the website is like the building. So you have to pass through an address. Somebody wants you to come to a particular building, they will give you the address. That address is what will take you to the building. So you have the domain name, www.whatever. Then the website is where when you click that address, where it will take you to the landing place. That is the website. That website is also money. It can give you money. You can turn it to generate income for you. Then we have e-books. E-books, you can't touch them, but it can give you money. There are people that have made so much moolah from e-books. They keep churning out e-books, maybe one every day, maybe 2 in 3 days. maybe 5 in 1 week. They just keep churning them out, and they are making money. So that is another way of making money. Okay. Then, apart from ebooks, you have digital publications. What do I mean by digital publication? Any other thing that you can publish digitally. I've talked about ebooks. Some it may be journal, others it may just be pictorial things, you know. Then you digital photos. There are some people, they may just snap something natural. They just go to a place, snap a picture of a beautiful serene. It may just be weather, it may just be sun and moon, you know, trying to cross one another. And once they capture it, the way they will frame it up and talk about it, people will want to buy. Okay, digital photos and also videos. Some people will create videos and also it makes money for them. Music is another digital product. And all these things that I have been mentioning, we get down to that place, you'll find out that these are things that they are creatively made, you know, not physically, creatively, from the brain. You have to think them out. Okay. Then we talked about audio files. There are some audio files, audio messages that you can turn to become an asset and will be fetching you money. You know, online courses, educational content. As we are talking now, this is an online course. It's also an educational content. There are some people, this kind of training, they attach cost to it. What do I need to do if I want to attach cost to this? I will lock it up. For you to have access to it, you will pay. And once you pay, I will send code to you. From that code, that's what you will use to now participate. So, but here it is free. We are dishing it out for free. Okay. Then there are many more, you know, of these digital products that you can monetize. And once you monetize them, then you can start earning from them, you know. So these opportunities are actually necessary or accessible, okay, to anyone that has either a computer or a laptop, computer or phone, mobile phone, smartphone. So these ones, you don't even need an office. You don't need an elaborate office. You know, you can just be walking about with the office in your hand.
The office is your phone.
You know, walking about with the office in your hand. Excuse me.
So just hold on a moment. Let me see if you're too fast in case someone wants to ask a question.
Okay.
If there's anything that needs your attention. Okay. Okay, nothing for now.
Okay. So now, having said that, what happened during the age of handiwork? Okay. And here I said that for centuries, wealth was predominantly, just as I said before, created through handiwork. What you can make with your hand. Okay. Carpenter, you are using
energy.
Okay. You are using hand. You have artisans, craftsmen, laborers. They use physical skills. And because they require physical skills, whenever they want to recruit such people, they go for those ones that, you know, that can, yes. And when they see the ones that are like, you know, maybe me, they will not look at the side, they will look at the other side, okay? But the point is, it requires physical energy. So wealth was measured in terms of land, wealth was measured in terms of physical assets, and it was measured in ability to produce tangible products. Tangible, what they can see, what they can feel, okay? And what they can hold. So handwork requires specific Okay? Handwork requires specific, often specialized skills passed down through generation. Required skills, specific ones passed down through generation. So some, because the parents had maybe like 24 children, 34 children, they want to have many more children too, to be able to expand from where their parents stopped. And it was like that, you know. But this form of wealth creation was labor intensive. As I told you, that was why some people left particular region to go to another region, just because of mirror, eyes and skin and all that. They were able to pack able-bodied men from one particular region to another region to help in that in their own plantation. Okay, so this form of wealth creation was labor intensive and often limited by geographical boundaries. You have to move from one geographical boundary to another to do this kind of work, or to bring labor to come and do this kind of work. Because by the time the ones you have are not enough, you have to go to another place to bring physically. Okay? So the scale of wealth accumulation through handwork was largely determined by the ability to physically produce and trade goods. So if you produce all that and people cannot even buy it, it's a limitation. So what will happen? You will now scale it down. So all this led to the transition from that handiwork to brain work. Okay, so when we are talking about brain work, as societies evolved, so did the methods of wealth creation. I don't know how many of you, maybe if you just look around, either you are street, you are locality, you are maybe place you traveled to before, you will find maybe there was a particular building that stood out there. You go to that place now, you look at that building, you just be looking for it, In fact, there was one on social media one time where they look one particular building with Volkswagen Beetle parked, and they say that was the most beautiful, or the most beautiful building
at that
point in time, and the most expensive vehicle. In fact, the richest person
had that vehicle,
had the vehicle, had the building, but there's nothing you can make out of that building looking at it right now. Okay, so now, because of passage of time, people had to move, people had to transit, and the beauty of it is that if you don't even move, it's either you are forced to move or they'll move and leave you. You can imagine. Remember, there was a time, and I've used this as an example many times, typewriter. There was a time the people struggle to become what? Typists. They rushed to school, typing school. Why? They were sought after. They will just go. They will tell you 90 words per minute, or how many words, 120 words per. If you want to do your project in university or wherever, you will look for typists. No computer then, no laptop. You will look for typists to type your project. You have a letter, an application to write. You have to look for typists to type it. And when they are typing it, if they make any mistake, they will look for Tipex. I don't know how many of you may not even know what Tipex is. You go and Tipex it and position the typewriter again
and
to strike on top.
Sometimes when you even complain, the person will say, no, they can't do it again. You have to manage it like that.
Manage it like that. And that's how
on top of your own work.
And if you look at it, it's never straight to. Sometimes they want to write THE. The T and the H will be on one level. The E may either come down or jump above the other one. And people don't care. Every organization, they were looking for typists to employ. Now you can imagine if today the typists of say 30 years, 40 years ago did not change, remain a typist.
They'll just be redundant.
What will the person be doing now? Even the machine can't even get the parts again. That particular typewriter, you won't get the parts again. That particular knowledge is almost Not important.
What about when we used to go to video club to go and borrow movies?
Exactly.
And then you now come and slot it into that
this thing, yes. That VHS or whatever they call it, you slot it here.
No, I don't even.
Now you can imagine if that's the business the person has been doing. Now, why am I telling you this? It looks so funny, okay? Because you will now be saying, hey, the person will change. Right now, the scare of many people is that the technology you have right now may just become obsolete in the next 6 months. That's the period of time it took to transit even from typewriter to computer, stretched for some years. But these days, it doesn't take long time. And you can see, even social media, you see how they are all moving. Facebook, you see Facebook will do something, TikTok will copy it, YouTube will copy it. YouTube came up with 1 minute, short videos, 1 minute. TikTok came up with their own. Facebook came up with their own 90 seconds. You see how they are moving. You can imagine if you are there producing 1 hour video. No, you are there. Say, no, my own is, it must be 1 hour. Go ahead.
People's attention span.
It's almost not, people are quick and moving. So you have, whatever you are doing, you have to think of adjusting. Whatever you are doing, think of how to adjust. And let me give an example. Today, your vehicle has a challenge. You want to take it, to the workshop. You go to that workshop. Time will come, and very, very soon, you don't need to go to the workshop. All you need to do is what? There will be an app where the whole workshop, the whole mechanic will be inside that platform. So all you need a mechanic, you just go to that platform, you log into that platform, okay, and you give the specification of your vehicle. And probably disclose what is wrong with the vehicle. And the app will automatically send it to whoever that's available. And you make payment before the person will even come to your place. What does the person need? The tools to work. He will just come to where your vehicle is, fix it, you pay. You don't pay the person, you just pay to that app. And the person goes. If you're a plumber, the same thing. You need to fix plumbing, do plumbing work in your house. You just send message, log into a platform. Send message to the platform. The platform will look at it, send a plumber to your house to come and fix it. You will pay all the necessary charges through the app. The person will come fix it and go. You don't need to even pay the person. That app will be the one. It's just like the way Uber is now. You need vehicle to convey you. You do what? You go to the app. You say where you want to go, where you are. Vehicle will come, carry you, drop you, you pay. The person goes this way, you go your own way. You can imagine if you're a driver and you don't even want to patronize or key into that platform, Uber platform. Or you're a plumber, you don't want to associate with that particular app. You will be out of business. You may be a tailor. And if you're a tailor, it's the same thing. There will be a time, those who are customers, they will just all be inside app. They want clothes, they want to make, they will just go to the app. Okay, my size is this is my measurement. I need so design. Push it there. The app will automatically send someone or prepare it and send the material, the cloth down to the person. You may not even need to see the tailor. So these are things that are changing, and they are changing fast. Whatever, I'm giving this example because when I use typewriter, it looks so far. I'm letting you know that what you are doing now, that business you are doing now, that skill that you are into now, you need to find a way to upscale it. And we will see it as we progress. As we progress, we see what you have to do. So the Industrial Revolution began, the shift from handwork, to brain work by introducing machinery. I have talked about that one. Okay, the shift reduced the reliance on manual labor. I've also talked about that one. In the 21st in the 21st century, the rise of the knowledge economy and digital technologies has accelerated this transition. I told you. And the one that is happening now is supersonic. The speed, the transition is unbelievable. Things change in jiffy. Okay? So brainwork now drives wealth creation in ways that were unimaginable, okay, a few decades ago. Today, wealth is increasingly generated through what? Intellectual endeavors, such as software development, digital content creation, as I mentioned, okay, financial engineering, because when we are talking about finance, we are talking about wealth, we are talking about finance, and you also need financial experts, okay, and research and development. You need research and development for you to transit from one stage to the other. And many organizations are spending so much on research and development. The new frontier in wealth creation, okay? In this modern economy, just as I said, it encompasses a wide range of activities that leverage mental abilities rather than physical labor. What are those brain things that we're talking about? Innovation and technology. Innovation and technology. The speed with which they are moving, people are innovating. They are changing. Pastor Informa talked about transformational leader. Transformational leaders are almost everywhere now, querying the status quo. Why must it even be like this? Why must it even be, whether it's Facebook, why must it even be video? Why must the video be 2 minutes? Why will it not even be 30 seconds and messages passed? Why? Why do I need to create physical classroom when I can actually talk online and the people will connect? Why do I need to travel to America to do a job when from where I am, I can do that job and do it comfortably? Why do I need to travel to South Africa to do something when I can do it from wherever and get the same and achieve the same result? That's what people are looking into, trying to network the whole world without necessarily moving. Without moving, innovation, technology. If you have gone at the days where, and if you notice in your locality, prior to now, banks will be opening branches. They may have like 5 or 6 branches on one street, on a street. 5, 6 branches. Same for churches. Some churches may have branch A, branch B, branch on the same street. But these days, what do? One is just enough. All the others may just connect online. You may just connect online. You don't need all those physical structures again. Innovation and technology, okay? So companies that innovate, create new technologies, or improve existing ones are often at the forefront of wealth creation, okay? People keep changing. Organizations also keep changing, and they spend so much money, research and development, okay? The other one is digital economy. Of course, the internet has created new opportunities for wealth creation through online businesses, okay? Digital marketing, e-commerce, and content creation. This realm is dominated by those who can think creatively and strategically to build digital products and services. If you can't think, you will not be able to create something. Because for you to create, you are creating it from in fact, it comes from inside out. It doesn't come from outside in, no, inside out. Whatever you are creating is from inside out, okay? Then finance and investment. You need finance, you need investment, you need to make investment for you to also make wealth. And for you to make investment, you need experts in that field. So brainwork is also crucial in financial markets where knowledge, strategy, and analysis can lead to significant wealth creation through investments. If you don't do this, you may make wrong decisions. You may make mistakes, okay? So we have to be talking about trading, and financial planning. When we're talking about trading here, we're also talking about financial trading, okay, where you have to invest, and that investment should give you returns that will also be invested in. So we are talking about also creative industries. What do we have here? Talking about writers. There are some people, you are there, you have your phone, you have your laptop. There are people looking for who to write for them. Just looking for who to write for them. They may be telling you what they want you to write. They will just say it, you write it out for them. Okay? Writers. Some, they want you to design things for you. You are there, you have your phone, you can design flyers, you can design. People have events, and they are looking for who to design things for them. And these are things you can easily learn and start using them to make money. Just, you don't need to pay house rent. You don't need to pay for office space. You can start from right that place where you are. And almost every nook and cranny, there must be internet, or there should be internet. So right where you are, you can actually do that. Okay? And other creative professionals, you know, they create wealth through what? Intellectual property and the commercialization of their creative output. There must be something you can do. A whole lot.
Even if it's singing, even if it's skit making.
So let me just go through the comments and see. I'm just not just talking to myself. Okay.
I was actually checking.
Just check if there are comments.
There is nothing that warrants your attention.
Okay. All right. So I should go ahead.
Yes, hopefully.
All right. Now, the importance of lifelong learning. When you move from handiwork to brain work, you have successfully transformed from analog to digital. Beautiful. But you see, if you just think that you have gotten that knowledge and remain there, you'll be left behind. Let me just give an example. During the week, I don't know how many of you saw Brain Jotter, where he was passing out from University of Lagos, Nigeria. You know, he wore the club where people were signing for him and all that. He also signed for people. Now, there are some people with the fame, with the wealth, with the achievement so far that Brain Jotter had achieved. There are some people that will even achieve, say, 10% of what Brain Jotter had achieved. And they will say no more schooling, no more education, no more learning. There are people like that. But no, not for people that want to continue, that want to remain relevant in everything that they do. So what happened? Brain Jotter, he did not take because of his fame. He did not take because of he's an influencer. He did not take because he's one of the richest content creators and stopped learning. He ensured that, in fact, some of the lecturers, I'm sure he can pay their salaries. He can, if he decides to. But he humbled himself. He ensured that he completed that and obtained the certificate. Learning. And Pastor Efoma and I have been, on this family trend, letting you people know the need to learn. And we are here almost every day, teaching, empowering you, learning, making you to learn, making you to unlearn some of the wrong things you learn, and to relearn. Okay? So it's very, very important. The shift from handwork to brain work underscores the importance of lifelong learning. It didn't just say like lifelong. You have to keep learning. Otherwise, things will change. And if it changes like that and you have not been learning, you will find it difficult to adjust. Okay? So as the economy continues to evolve, the skills required to create wealth are constantly changing. Individuals must be willing to adapt, learn new skills, and stay informed about industry trends. that business you are into, just keep learning, keep studying it. As it's moving, move with them. Don't be laid back. Don't think, oh, you have known it all, nothing again. No, there are new ways. You know, the way the vulcanizers used to patch tires before is not the same way they do it now. The way mechanics used to check vehicles are not the same way. You know, before they would just say, oh yeah, start it. Oh yeah, raise it. Whoa, no, off it. They will now switch it off, you know. Those are the old ways. Now they will just put computer, connect it to a device and start it. The device will tell them what is wrong with the vehicle. You can imagine if you are still using that same old way. Or tell you to drive, okay, is it carrying your hand to the left? Or is it carrying your hand? Or what sound are you hearing? Gone are those days, you know. So the same for tailors, the same for almost everything that you do. Now look at furniture. Furniture person will put nail before to the wood and be hitting it. Boom, boom, boom. These days they just use machine. It drills the nail inside with ease. Why? Technology. So if you did not learn it, how will you apply it? How will you use it? Okay. So when we are talking about learning, it's not for you to say, okay, you want to go to Harvard or want to go to university. It's beautiful. If you can afford that and you have all that it takes, yes. But when we are talking about learning here, we are saying always look for a way to improve. Either by attending to online courses, the same way we are here now, we are imparting knowledge, you know, free. There are some that are also free out there, but don't just stop learning. Always keep learning, okay? So lifelong learning is no longer optional, but a necessity in the brain work era. You know, this includes formal education, as I said, online courses, self-study. You can pick the materials yourself. You can Google it online. Some are free. You just read and understand. Some they have the video that can even explain it to you. Okay? So self-study and staying engaged with development in your field of interest. Note that line, field of interest. Don't be jack of all and maybe master. If you can master all, beautiful. But many times you may not be able to master all. So that one that you have passion for, that one that you have interest for, just keep on that one. By the time you have mastered that one and keep updating yourself on it, you can add another to it. Okay? So now, as beautiful, excuse me.
Okay, I actually think you should catch your breath. Let me just chip in something, one or two things. All okay, right. So basically, what we would want you to take away from tonight is that you must find a way to be 10 steps, 20 steps, or 30, or whatever steps ahead. Okay. Whatever business it is that you are doing, you have to scale. You must automate your processes, okay? And when we talk about automating your processes, it means that you have to find ways to streamline repetitive tasks in such a way that you have to use software tools to achieve better results, to achieve more, to do more. So just have it in mind that number one, you must automate your processes. Number two, you must outsource and delegate. Nobody should be at the level of doing one-man business anymore. You know, I'm trying to bring these things out because you know that Prof speaks English. Me, I'm breaking it down now so that you know exactly the direction you have to go. All right? So you must outsource and delegate. By outsourcing, we mean focus on core business functions. Then things like maybe marketing, maybe accounting, maybe IT, you outsource it to people that are specialized in that area. I keep saying that if you have a business, let's say a barbing salon, and you just keep 5 chairs, that means that you're expecting 5 people. But when you have 100 chairs, it means that you want to expand. Now I'm taking it to the next level. I'm no more talking about, just having a barbing salon where people can walk in and barb. I'm talking about you scaling. Now ask yourself, how can you scale? You scale when you begin to think about teaching people how to barb. And you can teach 1 million, you can teach 1 million people how to barb online and make so much money than when you're just concentrating on teaching, on barbing people. You must find ways to scale. When it comes to barbing in the store, in the physical store that you have, you can delegate it. And you now have people that, are taking care of those working customers, whereas you are now facing the world. You're teaching people in China, you're teaching people in Peru, you're teaching people in Hong Kong, and things like that. Everyone has to get to a point where their levels will change. Okay? And then you move on to standardizing operation. That's the third one. You must standardize your operations, in such a way that everything you're doing concerning your products and your services, that they are uniform. That's why we develop things like standard operational procedures. So whether you are there or you are not there, everyone already knows how things run. If you have standardized operations, there is no way you would not move to the next level. And then after that, you must invest in technology. Okay? Because what technology does is that it just scales your infrastructure. You now move to the cloud and all that. You do things, seeing things from a helicopter point of view. It's no more one-on-one. There are so many things about your specific business. Right now, I'm talking generally. There are so many things about your specific business that technology will give a complete overhaul, all right? And then when you finish with technology, the next thing is that you move to expanding your market reach. Now, if your market was Nkechi and Bayo and Talatu and Lami before, you need to get to a point where you start thinking beyond stop thinking beyond your immediate environment and start thinking, about exporting. You can now start thinking about exporting. You can think of producing more and exporting. You can also think of e-commerce. You can think of e-commerce where you use online platforms to sell your products and services beyond your wildest imagination, beyond your immediate location. So we want everybody to start thinking about scaling. And then for you to achieve all this, your brand must be good. Do you have a strong brand? Who are your target audience?
Who are your customers?
Your customers. Your brand must be such that it can attract more customers than you have right now. Your brand must be such that you can have premium pricing. Okay? And then you also move from solo to partnerships and collaborations. In fact, you see, by the time you move from all these levels, one level to another, you become a global brand. You have to move to collaborations. You form partnerships with businesses that complement your own. Okay, you're producing sugar. I am producing Gary. We can come together and package Gary and sugar. And then also looking for someone who is producing groundnuts. And then we give it a very nice packaging. Now if you say Gary don't
Gary don't go market.
Gary don't go Harvard.
Harvard.
Gary has become another thing.
Package.
So instead of somebody to go and buy Gary, start looking for where to get sugar, start looking for where to get groundnut. They just have that package, you know, that has 3 layers. And it's beautiful. All they now need to get is a glass of cold water, and that's it. You see, so you need to think big. You need to think large. And then, when you'll have gotten strategic partnerships, we're talking to you like this because, yes, we know that you're not at that level, but you will get to that level. It starts in the mind. It's all in your mind, okay? You can be a fashion designer. You're making the outfits. You partner with somebody who can send it out, somebody, maybe a brand that is known. So yes, let's say Priscilla is making the outfit. And let's just say that there is somebody like a Vicky James. And Priscilla is making the outfit for Vicky James. And people are buying the Vicky James brand. And you're making your money, you're cleaning out.
Yes.
Okay, so these are the kind of thoughts we want you to be having. Not economy is not so good.
Sorry.
Economy is not so good. Economy, no. In that economy not being so good, people are strategizing and moving to the next level. And then you must also learn how to diversify your offerings. Okay, so you introduce new products and services to align with your brand to attract a wider customer base. It can be anything. It can be that, oh, you're making fabrics. And then when you're making fabrics, you add buttons to it, colorful buttons that can match the fabric. That's another offering. Okay, you have poultry. You're thinking about producing feed that you will use to feed your poultry and also sell to other people that have poultries. So you must diversify your offerings. I remember the day that I said that the Garden of Eden had just one water source. And then one day it just broke into 4. Tishon, Pihon, Tigris, Euphrates. One source of water was no more enough to water the Garden of Eden. It's the same thing. It expanded. So why are you not thinking about diversification? Okay, and then after that, you focus on customer retention. A customer that is satisfied will keep coming back and will keep giving you referrals. Okay, so you focus on customer retention, and then you do this by thinking about introducing loyalty programs. It could be, okay, buy 1, you get 1 free. It could be buy 5, you get 1 free. It could be anything. It could be loyalty cards that somebody has your loyalty card, the person attracts, gets some discount, you know, and so on and so forth. And then after that, what do you need to do? You make sure that you manage your finances wisely. You learn financial planning, you learn cost control, and then you keep hiring and training the right talents, measure and adjust, and you're just on the path to become a global brand. So I know that Pastor O would have cut his breath by now. And then he will just round up. All right?
Okay, yes. Thank you, Pastor Foma. Just talking about the challenges in the brain work economy. You know, as always, anything that is good will always have its other side.
Yes.
Okay. So when we are talking about brain work, we've been talking about the beauty of it and all that. The major setback for it is the speed, which I said before, with which it changes. Okay. The rapid pace of technological change can make it difficult to keep up. It makes it difficult for people to catch up. As you are catching up with one and are trying to adjust to it, they move to another. You know, you try to catch up with that one, it has moved to another. So that is a major challenge. Okay, so
Yeah.
and the competitive nature of the digital economy is very, very competitive. People are out there trying to, it's the same market, the same internet that is available to you is available to everyone. Whether you are in America, whether you are in Nigeria, whether you are in South Africa, whether you are in Kenya, Uganda, Liberia, Europe, is it Asia, is the same internet. Okay, it's the same internet. So it's available to all. So you now need to put on your thinking faculty, your thinking cap, so that the product that you have generated here can cut across, will not just be limited to where you are, it will not be limited to your location. There are some music today, produced and sorry, maybe in Nigeria, and it's making waves in China, in America, in Europe. The person need not travel to that place to push it. People just love it. The same way, that's your product. Try to make it, give, just as Pastor Fiman said, international feel. Because as you are producing it, people are looking for better technology, better ways of also doing it. So the speed with which it changes from one form to the other is what a major challenge when it comes to brain work economy. And that's why you just have to keep learning, keep upscaling, keep finding out better ways of doing that thing. So there's also the risk of income inequality, as those with the skills and knowledge to succeed in brain work-based industries can accumulate wealth quickly. The speed with which you move from 0 to billions, in the physical, that's hard work economy, is gradual. In fact, they will say that they will know this person because of this person's footstep. He can just, yes, he's going to be rich, he's going to be wealthy. These days, you may just see somebody today, he's been posting. He will post and post and post, only one view. He will post and post and post, 3 followers. See, next week, the person may post something and it can generate 48 million views in 3 days. 48 million views in 3 days. We that are here, there are some videos we have posted, only 3 views, 5 views. And there are some we posted. We did, in fact, we just say, let us just push it like that. Millions of views. So in this brain work economy, you can move from 0 to billion in 2 or 3 days in a very short period of time. Okay, so this makes it essential for society to invest because of all this. You have to invest in education. You have to provide opportunities for all individuals, to develop the skills needed in modern economy. So the flip side is that, okay, the other side of it is that, yes, the way it changes is supersonic. You need to be up and running to catch up. The other side of it is that you can transform from this level to this level within a short period of time. So in conclusion, I didn't even know that it's 10. So in conclusion, the shift from handwork to brain work represents a fundamental change in how wealth is created and accumulated. Okay, so while handwork still has the place, particularly in specialized crafts and trades, brain work is the driving force behind the most significant wealth creation in today's economy. As I told you, you can start from where you are. It has ease of entrance. The same way it has ease of entrance, it also has ease of exit. But as people are entering, they are overcoming, they are conquering, and you can also conquer. Okay? So to thrive in this new era, you must focus on developing your intellectual and creative capabilities, embracing lifelong learning, and adapt to the rapid changes in the global economy. So you have the ability to leverage brain work effectively. And if you do that, it can lead to unparalleled opportunities. Why? Because you have the tool that you need right in your hand. And it's my prayer that as you tap into this, you will accomplish much with it. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
Wow.
So if there are questions, then we can just quickly take them before we sign off.
Wow. The whole 9 yards.
Oh, 9 years.
Pastor O has downloaded the whole 9 yards. Okay, so if we have questions, please drop them in the comments. Let's see. Any questions?
Let's see.
Is there anything you want to understand?
Nonsense, say, child, that one no good though. Which one is not good, innocent?
Are you sure it's us he's responding to? Maybe he responded to someone.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, nonsense, very correct, Dad. Thank you so much, Mom. Yes. Recycling a product help in reducing cost of production. It's all right.
Okay, so
okay, nonsense. This is mind blowing. Okay.
If there are no questions, then
there are no questions, then
that means that you understood everything.
Yes.
No gray areas.
And if there are comments,
you can still leave them in the comment section. We'll still respond. Even if we've signed out from tonight's session.
Okay. Abigail wrote a comment there.
No, Abigail responded to someone.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Then just to remind everyone, tomorrow morning,
6 a.m. prayers. Then we'll see you tomorrow evening again for another training.
Then don't forget that on Thursday we have a guest.
Yes, we'll be having a guest
to us on
e-commerce. Yeah.
And experts. You know, you will love it. Don't miss that at all.
Invite your friends to come for Thursday's learning because we have a special guest.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
All right. See you tomorrow morning
at
6 a.m. God bless you.
Bye.